Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my vlog. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope everything is going great with you guys. Sorry it's a little low, but in order for you guys to see what I'm doing, kind of gotta keep it pointed over here. But tonight, I'm about to make some plant-based burritos for dinner. Gonna be using some black beans, some rice, and some beefless ground beef, plant-based ground beef. And it really is not with any meat. Ingredients for this stuff, definitely recommend the Beyond Meat. It's like almost the same thing as the Beyond Meat stuff, the Impossible Meat stuff, but just so happens that the store that I go to get this from doesn't do big chain or stuff that has public stocks. They only do private or not as big companies, so they kind of had to find a version to replace the Beyond Meat stuff because it's no longer a private company, it's a public company, and so they don't really support big companies like that. They support smaller companies, private companies, for some reason, but they still find that alternative. Who knows, it might even be made by the same people, but it still works, still good. Sorry, had to do dishes, got a lot of things going on, but just figured I'd share a little bit of what I'm about to try to do. I can do this well, I can make the beans well. Rice, for some reason, I struggle with making rice, but we'll talk about this a little bit. Its ingredients are water, soy protein, concentrate, organic caramel color, canola oil, organic cane sugar, yeast extract, onion powder, salt, garlic powder, natural flavors, sea salt, sugar, spices. And it says it contains soy. The calories, 110 calories per serving. 2 grams of fat, 0 saturated fat, 0 trans fat, 0 polyunsaturated fat, and 1 gram of monounsaturated fat, 0 grams of cholesterol, 340 milligrams of sodium, 9 grams total carbs, dietary fiber, 5 grams, total sugars, 2 grams, protein, 18 grams. That's one serving, 18 grams of protein. Calcium, 90 milligrams, iron, 2 milligrams, potassium, 600 milligrams. It's all good stuff for you. And the black beans, that's 100 calories a serving. Total fat, half a gram. Saturated fat, 0 grams. Trans fat, 0 grams. Cholesterol, 0 grams. Sodium, 140 milligrams. Total carbs, 18 grams. Dietary fiber, 6 grams. Total sugars, 1 gram. Protein, 6 grams. So 18 plus 6 is 24. So 24 grams of protein in one serving. I think that's pretty good because the protein that I have is like protein shake powder stuff is like 20 grams. Calcium, 40 milligrams. Iron, 2 milligrams. Potassium, 400 milligrams. Whew. That to be a little bit healthy, kind of. I'm going to start off with probably trying to make some rice. All my pets, everything's clean, but I'm just in the habit of rinsing stuff out before I even do what I'm about to do, before I cook or anything. So, see how this goes. Might as well talk about what's in here too. I am counting my own calories and what I'm eating. For the rice, 160 calories a serving, total fat 0, saturated fat 0, trans fat 0, cholesterol 0, sodium 0, total carbs 36 grams, dietary fiber 1 gram, sugars 0 gram, protein 3 grams. So I'm at 27 grams of protein. Vitamin D 0, potassium 50 milligrams, thiamine 0.2 milligrams, iron 1 milligram, niacin 2 milligrams, folate 118 mcg, micro cuckoo grams. I don't know what mcg is, but apparently it's something needed in rice.
Rice. Well, here's some. Where's the rice?
And the cooking instructions in this are different than how my wife does it. This one, my wife puts in the water, puts in the rice, fills up the water to a little bit above where the rice is at, and then brings it to a boil. This one, it says, in a saucepan, bring water to a boil. Then you stir in rice. Then you cover, reduce heat, and simmer for 20 minutes or until all water is absorbed. So I'm gonna try that way. See how that one turns out, because I'll probably mess up the other one. I don't have to use bottled water, but I like to change things up sometimes. Not really sure how well our water is, even though we're boiling it. Still figure better be a little safer than sorry this way. Wash off the top of the can. Did you know there's a right way and a wrong way to open a can with the can opener? Most people usually just go at the top. Apparently that's the wrong way. You can put it like this way. You open it like this. That's supposed to be the right way. And you won't get any cuts. There won't be any sharp edges if you do it that way. If you do it the wrong way, it'll still work, but you'll have the sharp edges from the can, and you're more likely to cut yourself or not even open it up all the way. Yeah. It's on my channel.
What's going on?
It's not the C-Star family. It's my channel. So what's going on?
What's going on, guys? Everybody.
Probably should have.
Huh?
Hmm?
No, it's just, you said something, I was going, huh?
Talking to myself in a way.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
And voila.
I was just thinking, if they don't get home tonight, I'm hoping they make it home. I have to take them to school tomorrow.
No. Today is Saturday. No school.
No school on Sunday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that takes care of that one problem potentially. That's good. And let's hopefully, hope and pray that things get better. Okay, no, no. How's that?
That's cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Can they be a little?
I was thinking about draining it out, but I'm not sure. I'm just gonna cook it with the juices that it already came with.
Oh, what is it?
Black beans.
Black beans? Oh,
I have a burrito.
oh, burritos. Well, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mhm.
Burritos for dinner. Yay!
Yummy, yummy.
Just like sometimes burritos can be for snack. Just kidding.
Probably only gonna need one can for the three of us. At the moment.
No. Mhm.
So while we're waiting for this to heat up so I can put some rice in it, and for that to heat up so I can start stirring it, talk about how come I'm going with the plant-based diet or a little less meat in my diet because I do have high blood pressure, a little bit high blood pressure, and cholesterol, and sodium, and getting close to diabetes.
Oh, really?
Oh, all the sugar. Man, my nephew makes Kool-Aid like it's
Smoothie?
Huh?
Kind of like a smoothie?
like a smoothie with so much sugar in it. Like I just take a drink and I'm like,
Actually, that's not like
or like McDonald's, like a McDonald's sweet tea. Like forget, like
Oh,
take,
yes.
take a
Yesterday.
sip and it's just super, super sweet. Yeah, I can't really do that anymore. Huh?
Yeah.
The sweet tea yesterday? Oh,
Yeah.
that was sweet. I've been drinking my McDonald's tea and I put like, fill up with that much sweet tea and then the rest of it is just regular. So a small cup, I use the small cups, like that much sweet tea. And the rest of it just regular tea. I couldn't even drink it because that little bit that I put in there was super, super sweet. So much sugar in it. I had to give it away.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
But it's fine because
He sacrificed.
got water for days. But you don't drink more water than I drink.
chug, 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 chug.
Ah! Water's good for you. Drink water. But yeah, plant-based diet I've been doing that for a while. In January, I managed to do the whole month. Got my whole family to go on a plant-based vegetarian diet. That was hard to do just because there's a lot more planning and prepping
Mhm.
for meals like that. Um, so after my birthday month, we just went back to our regular habits, and I kind of went back to my old habits, but I stuck more with um, plant-based or not as much seasoning, salt, sugar, and just tried to maintain my own stuff while they did whatever they wanted to do and ate whenever they wanted to eat.
Just like
But
if
then came to a spot where a lot of things going on, and it was just easier to go with convenience and to not make my own stuff. And uh, then I noticed that mm, myself wasn't I myself wasn't really feeling well, and when I would eat healthy, I'd feel better. And then when I wouldn't eat healthy, like if something was like the sugar, something was super sweet,
like an
I
ice
wouldn't
cream.
take it. Yeah, like I haven't even ate ice cream, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had ice cream.
But there is a sweet one in there.
Yeah,
Sugar.
Grandma likes ice cream, so we got ice cream in the freezer for Grandma. But just a lot of things I've noticed wouldn't feel good after eating or good after having it. Like a lot of salt.
These are
I
not
feel
healthy.
like it would slow me down. If I knew there was a lot of seasonings, or even if I didn't know and then I tasted it, all the salt, all the sodium, just wouldn't make it would like just make me not my normal self, not my usual self.
Just like
So making my own meals, making my stuff a little bit healthier, doing a little bit healthier options. Like we go to McDonald's, I have a salad. We go to Subway, I have tuna. Lately I started doing tuna, but it's not really much. There's a lot of healthiness in it, but there's also some of the meats have a lot of sodium in it or a lot of
these are
processed
also
stuff, so it's kind of difficult for that. But I've been sticking with salad, doing a lot of salads whenever we go somewhere, just because I feel better after eating it. And towards the end of the day, I'm feeling a lot better than if I was to continue my habits that I'm used to.
and these are really good.
Yeah, that's really good. I eat all those time. I eat.
These are so healthy that you can also eat these ones.
Nuts.
Except for the sweet one. The
Definitely
sweet
provide
one.
protein as well.
Except for the sweet one, right, Daddy?
What do you mean except for the sweet one?
Is the sweet one still good?
Yeah, the sweet ones are still good, but
And I
I don't usually.
mixed it for you while you did the other things.
I used to get the honey roasted peanuts and honey roasted cashews and even the sugar content in that, the sweet content in that. I don't even know if that's the right word, but even that, I noticed a difference, and I noticed that things would happen in my body differently, whereas I can eat the regular. We even had to go with the lightly salted. I don't know if you can see that. Lightly salted, just for the sodium and the salt content. And sometimes I don't even have lightly salted.
Bananas are also good for you.
Yeah. Been eating a lot of bananas.
And if you
a lot
also
more fruits, vegetables.
eat only like chips and always ice cream and candy, then you're gonna get a stomach ache.
That is true.
And if you sneak And also, if you try to like eat this, a Starburst, then a lot of them, you will get a tummy. It's back. And these are also good for you.
What are those?
Tomatoes. Tomatoes are also good for you too. If you don't eat any healthy stuff, then you're gonna get a bad tummy ache, stomach ache, and
Quit giving away all my secrets. They can't know that I'm eating super healthy all the time.
and these is not healthy for you.
And it's upside down.
I mean, these are super not healthy, but they are good. They have like about, I don't know, how much sugar?
Here, read all this stuff. So you can say all that stuff. There's ingredients and how much actual stuff is on the back of containers. Never figured or saw myself as a person that would have to count this
Plus,
stuff.
there
But-
is 23 sugars
And
and
18 added sugar. So what's 23 plus 18?
23 plus 18,
It's me.
$41. Right? 41?
Yes, ma'am. You're correct.
And that equals 23 plus 18 equals 41. So that means there's 41 sugars in this.
Yeah.
And it's so sugary
Look.
that you might as well
Oh, wait.
you're
Don't throw away those. I want them.
Why would we throw them away?
Okay. Huh?
Because why would we throw them away?
Okay. Just trying to make sure. Because you're like, ah. Talking about things.
Well, that's not it. We're not doing that.
Okay.
and
We're just talking.
Okay.
even though
I'm sorry.
and even though these are good, it doesn't mean you don't have to eat all of them, because or else and if no matter what, if you always play, you have to eat before you play and never eat these. Plus there's,
I don't know about ever eat those.
well, not ever.
You just have to take your time
You have to take your time.
and not eat more than
What he said.
one a week. But I've been having 0 a week, 0 a month.
I only get ice cream, like I never even got ice cream in a while. So I only get one of these, and it's my first time trying them.
We don't overdo it.
Yeah, we don't overdo
How much
it.
sugar is in that one?
Mm. It doesn't say it.
Oh, I bet it does. Listen.
So there's 13 sugar in this one. Um, always eat these 1 day a week. Only after dinner, not for breakfast or lunch, or dinner. Have these after dinner. And these are super healthy. Right, Daddy?
Yeah.
You can either do it like this, that, or that. Plus, there's 6 sugars. And plus, always eat this for breakfast. Always. You lucky?
You wish. You wish you could always eat that for breakfast.
Yeah. For breakfast, can you have it? That's too short. Can I have some help, please? Start for the back. Like me. Ready?
Hey, y'all think I'm playing about really being plant-based? Really am.
And
Plant-based.
corn. Corn is so good. You want to eat all of them.
No, leave it. They don't need to see all our secrets. I think I did read off what was in this one, but I'm gonna read it again anyways.
And
110 calories. No. Total fat 2 grams. Saturated fat 0. Trans fat 0. Polyunsaturated 0. Monounsaturated 1 gram. Cholesterol 0. Sodium 340 milligrams. Total carbs 9 grams. Dietary fiber 5 grams. Total sugars 2 grams. Protein 18 grams. Calcium 90 milligrams. Iron 2.3
That's a lot.
milligrams. Potassium 600 milligrams. And for the cooking instructions, it says best in sauce. Bring your favorite sauce to a simmer over medium heat. Add frozen beefless ground and continue to simmer for 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, that's if you were doing like a taco sauce, I think. But we're doing stovetop. In a nonstick fry pan over medium heat, saute frozen beef ground until browned and heated throughout approximately 4 to 5 minutes. Add to your favorite recipe. Remember, let rest for 2 minutes before serving. Do not overcook. It's not meat. Not meat.
people.
Probably. Still.
I think this one. This one. Take that on the floor.
Beans looking good.
Daddy, for these
Rice is looking
friends.
good. Yes.
Cool.
And I have no idea when it's going to be done, but Turn the heat down. Give it some time.
Oh, there you go.
Daddy,
Yes.
can I put this in your pocket?
Okay, put it, hang it, put it back where you got it. Let it heat up a little bit. Definitely makes life a little bit easier. Everything packages in this container, except for when you have a lot more people, you just have to give them a little bit more. But it works out. It's simple, easy, effective, good for you, and it's not too different than having meat. I bet you if you guys buy this stuff or one of the other similar plant-based products that is like meat, like the meatballs, plant-based meatballs, make spaghetti with it, I bet you they would love it because it's not as heavy as regular meatballs, but it has a different flavor and a different texture. But it's still good. Like it's good. That's some of the meat, the Beyond Meat, some of the meatless meat stuff like the chicken and the meatless chicken or whatever don't really taste that great. But the beef stuff, the burgers, hold it back. The chicken is the only one that I have a problem that it's not really like regular chicken. That's the one that you can definitely tell a difference on. But as far as everything else, there's not too much of a difference. And for all you hardcore meat eaters out there, I bet you wouldn't even notice a difference. You might notice that something's a little different, but not too much. Thought this was a non-stick pan, but
Yeah.
it's not working in my favor at the moment. Got a couple minutes. Got this on low.
Is today the wait? What's today?
Saturday.
No, I know it's Saturday, but what day?
Monday's Veterans Day, so whatever Saturday is before Veterans Day. The 11th is Veterans Day, I think.
Yeah.
So what day is it?
It's it's the 9th.
Yes, ma'am.
So you guys, when it's Thanksgiving, you better call your family, call your friends, call your cousins, uncles, and Make sure you get everything ready for it. And get the dinner ready. The pie.
A little bit of black pepper.
Mm-hmm. Can I help you with anything?
Good at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, Daddy. You see anything different about this? About the fridge? Do you, Daddy? Ta-da!
What's that?
See, there's nothing right here.
Because it may fall.
Huh?
Because it fell off. Alright, what are you supposed to be doing? But yeah, I'm trying to go full plant-based, and hopefully that'll help with my blood pressure, my cholesterol, my sugar levels, getting close to borderline everything. And being in the military 5 years on a diet of Monsters, Red Bull, Mountain Dew, or whatever was in the soda machine, it's coming back to bite me in the butt because can't do the same stuff anymore. A little bit older now, and I have to make better choices. I have to make some sacrifices if I want to continue doing the things that I've been doing and continue being without being able to continue without having to take more medication than what I already do. So I really don't want to have to get like insulin, have to go in and get shots. I've just seen people just take their shots in different places to help with the diabetes, just because they want to keep it not seen, or have it not be as known, but it's still something that's not fun. You know? I don't like getting shots. If I were to not be doing this, who knows? Maybe by the end of the year, I'll probably have to be getting insulin or something like that, stuff for diabetes. And I just want to avoid that. I want to avoid anything that I can avoid without having to make too much sacrifices and changing some of the things that I eat. You can go cover. Changing some of the things that I eat, I think is more than suitable sacrifice for having to get shots. I don't want to get shots. Or lose a leg or anything else that comes with any of that stuff. Don't want my cholesterol to be high. Don't want to take blood pressure medication. I don't want to do a lot of things. And if I want to keep it, if I want to not do those things or have those things happen to me, it's one of the things I got to do. And I'm happily going to do that.
And that's why my happy daddy always stays healthy, never ever eating sugary or salty stuff
Anymore.
anymore. Plus, that's why I'm his daddy.
All right. Well. Crazy.
You about done or just in the middle?
And think in the middle. The rice still has a little bit more time.
Okay.
And I think it's been almost 5 minutes for this stuff.
Yeah. That's sweet. That's good. I don't know what happened to them today.
Shut the beans off.
Shut the beans off? Is that what the problem is?
Yeah, they ran out of beans, so I had to shut it off. Save the beans.
Oh, goodness. Well, we haven't seen her clarified her hair for a while now.
They would be okay.
A little tiredness.
I throw my hand on it, just checking the warmth.
Huh? Yeah, stand on it, thank God.
Then it wouldn't be meatless.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit about me, a little about what I'm doing, and kind of been doing this for a while, been eating healthy for a while. Just notice a huge difference when I'm doing this type of things than going out to eat or making hamburgers, steak, pork, any type of animal-based anything. It's like it slows me down. I feel slower, or I feel weighed down. And whereas with this type of stuff, don't feel weighed down after I eat it.
so you know.
This thing. Another fire?
No, Minneapolis is having football,
Oh, nice.
so that's fun.
Football is awesome.
There you go. So it's been on for a while when you're talking, so letting you know that football in Minneapolis. We were right there for 2 years, so I'm very familiar with Minneapolis. And they're very much a place that likes this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Football.
You lived in Minneapolis for 3 years?
Yeah,
What? That's awesome.
because I was working for them, and then I came back here to
Is that when
California.
you worked for St. Paul?
Yeah.
St. Paul.
St. Paul, Minnesota. So I enjoyed it. They're nice people back there. And I came home.
So you want to move there?
No. Oh, I want to stay where I'm happy and comfortable.
So going back to Hawaii?
I liked Hawaii.
Hawaii was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness. Now I'm getting worried about them. Well, with the J, so let's see what happens. They left my car this morning, and I don't know what else they took. But they drove. So I have no idea.
Pretty sure they are fine.
Okay.
Everything is going to be fine.
I hope so. I really do. I would hate to see.
And whatever you do, whenever your daddy or mommy is cooking, you should always
Stay out of the kitchen!
Yeah, that's what he said. And stay away from the food because it might catch your hair.
True. Ow.
When there's fire.
Ow. Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
See what I gotta deal with?
Hey! I see what I have to deal with, and mom has to deal with.
Oh, seriously?
I don't think Grandma agrees.
That is true. Grandma does not agree.
So far this video looks like 48 minutes, and that's how long it took to make this with all the talking and distractions and fun. It wasn't a long meal to make. I think the rice was the longest part of this whole entire meal.
That's the big question.
Got some torta manillas. What, you don't like torta manillas?
But you kind of like tortillas. What's it?
You like one burrito or two burritos?
Oh, I think one burrito for now is probably pretty much.
One torta manila coming up.
Oh my goodness.
It's as big as the plate.
Exactly. But you guys get all the work. You could eat while eating. Oh goodness. Oh man. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, come on. No sweating. Okay. Mm-hmm. Huh. What else is in there? I wonder. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking to see what else is here. Not much.
Rice, layer of rice.
Yeah, with the little. What else are we gonna put in there with it?
Beans.
Well, there's jam.
You want some strawberry jam in here?
No, I was just looking at me. We have jam. So I know I've got jam. I don't know if I needed it. But... So you got rice, okay. And that comes with
Rice, beans.
okay. All right. You make this for yourself? No.
What's it dinner?
Oh, my dinner.
All of it.
All of our dinners. Okay. All right.
And voila. Simple.
Okay.
Watch this. Bam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bam.
Bam, slam. Thank you, ma'am.
Bam.
Oh, that just terrible. Bam. Bam.
Burrito.
Ah,
Here, Grandma.
thank you. Oh,
Yes.
Is mommy and the child?
Huh?
Is mommy and the child gonna get burritos?
If they make it back in time.
Hopefully. Hi. Bye. Bye.
bye.
Oh.
And not as much rice and beans for the little one.
Yeah. Because I just
Simple, easy to go. Stand on one leg.
Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You know, here. One.
Daughter. Alright.
She got her way to go into the other room and here. It's that good.
It's pretty good. I have to give you credit.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm so difficult to deal with.
Only on the weekdays, so you're lucky it's the weekend.
Oh, God. You're a silly belly.
Daddy's mom. normally I wouldn't be able to eat that much either, but because it's so like light, I guess, and I'm not. It's not as full. It doesn't make you as full, I guess. Or the feeling of being full because of the salt or sodium or all that extra junky stuff, which I used to love, but my health does not love it.
Well, how does your health find out that you need to do something? Did you start feeling bad?
No, not feeling that.
No?
Not feeling great. And went and got some blood work done and saw a doctor, a couple doctors, and told me I need to start taking better care of myself.
Oh, good.
And I was going down a path that,
It was not gonna lead you to where you wanted to go.
yep, turned this burrito into a square toe. Give 'em a bite, and then I'll see you guys later while we finish the rest of our food.
Try it. And then,
Definitely worth giving it a try. If you're struggling with your weight, with your health, with being healthy, there's a lot more options now than there were before. Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, Garden. Out in my area, Guardian now, that's what it's called. But it's all the same, almost the same stuff, like the different types of meat or the different types of boxed foods. It's all one. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's all similar. Like, just because it's not a certain brand doesn't mean it's not the same thing or the same type of health effects or difference. So eat my food now, hang out with the family, and talk to you guys later. And hope you guys are taking steps to keep going after your goals and dreams, to be healthy, to be happy, and to enjoy life. So those are the keys to life. Talk to you guys later. You want to say bye? Bye to the camera? Want a face full of food?
No, I'm in the middle of
Say bye.
moving food.
Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.